Anyways, yeah, the Baliplus Rep. So I got this maybe 3 days ago, and it's been real good to me. Let me tell you that it did come with undersized bushings and a lot of tap, but after going through the spare hardware, I found two of the largest bushings and like all the thinnest washers for each one, and I managed to be able to fully tighten it. I did have to sand down the washers like a little bit, but I got it here. And I did try tuning the bushings a little bit, but it ended up binding after like only doing a few of the circles on the sandpaper. So I switched it around and managed to fix it, and I just said it. I don't want to mess with that because it sounds good. Listen to that. Oh shit. Even with tap, it has tap, but it still sounds good. Like damn, what the fuck? That's crazy. It sounds better than some people's actual revs, which is like what? I always slept on rep clones, just replicants in general, because it's such a basic knife. Like where's the spice with a replicant? It's like it's good, but it's a replicant, and that's the same thing's kind of happening to the Kraken. It's just like, yeah, it's good, but like, Jesus, do I really want one? And that's the thing with replicants in particular is this is a $270 knife, like the real one, that you're gonna have to pay upwards of $350 for, and I've seen people list it for $400, but you could easily sell one for like $370, $380, and that's like, what the fuck? They originally launched at $270, and now they only drop select reps, which have fancy dual tone G10 and a pocket clip. Is that really worth $80 more? I don't know. It's kind of bullshit, and I don't fucks with that. But this claw is pretty damn good. The one version though, I don't know. Like the one rep clone I've seen always sounds like shit, has shit tolerances. It's just never been appealing to me, so I never got them. But when I saw this drop recently, I mean, Baliplus is really stepping up their game with the 42s. Their 4Xs are way more accurate than the ones. Like it's especially noticeable on the 42, because the 42 Springer clone from the one, the blade just looks like dog shit. Like if I'm being straight up honest, but it actually looks like the original on the Baliplus. They're far more accurate. And I mean, this pretty fire. You hear that shit? You hear that shit? That shit sounds real good. Let me tell you. And I mean, reps have a reputation for a reason. They're damn good. They're damn good. They're really good. It's such a relief to have actual spacer weights, like a real ass weight, in a knife. Because I was coming from Tachyon 3, and it was cool at first, but it's just so hard to flip. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that, And this just does things. I don't feel like I'm gonna drop it ever. Doing these reverse helixes, easy as fuck on this. Like what the? Okay, I'm just bad, but like it's crazy. I struggle with that trick a lot, and I don't know. This thing's very nice. It sounds good, nicely weighted, and it still feels kind of heavy to me, but that's it's because I'm coming from the TAC 3. But yeah, this thing's fucking lit. But one thing you should note is that you can see these Zen pins. They're not in, and I still have them. I didn't lose them or anything. But if you have them both in, if you tighten them both fully, it binds the handle. And it's kind of gay, because then I'd have to put it kind of loose. It'd just be for aesthetics at that point, so I took it out. But I think that's part of why it sounds so bouncy. I was talking to blade wielding queen about it, and she said she thinks the reason why a rep doesn't sound good is because of the Zen pins. And I think that's a big part of it, because like I've never had a Bally that just does that so easy. It's always like so hard, but it's just That's crazy. For like what? $72? This thing's mad nice. This thing's mad nice. And something I've seen a lot of people do is put third-party rep scales on here because they do fit. And you know, JT Scales makes a lot of rep scales. What I want to do is get some channel spacers. I feel like that'd be fucking sick. But I can't get these screws out over here. I tried boiling it, like putting it in boiling water. Put it in there for like, you know, I tried that for a good like 10 minutes. Not all the way in there like the whole time, but you know, taking it out, you know, trying to do it. It was a nightmare. So I just screwed them in there. And one thing to note is that this hardware actually fits like Squid hardware, because I tried to put my normal M3 screws in here and they're too small. It fits like the actual Squid's proprietary size or whatever. It was pretty neat. It's still kind of small. I think it's a T8 is the size. I don't really know those sizes, but it's not the bigger one like on actual Squid hardware. But like, yeah, this shit really good. I'd say the balance is fairly neutral with a slight bias to the handle just because of that ass weight. And I can see why people would want to get barrel spacers for this. I feel like that'd actually be pretty nice. Putting up barrels in this, just give it a more even balance. Because it is nice for momentum tricks, but for doing stuff like this, I'm trying to learn the normal palm fan. And it, like, you can tell it does that galloping thing because there's more weight in the back end. I can't, fuck, is that even in frame? I can't do that. Yeah, I can do it, like, that way, though. 'Cause that's how, that one flipping the tutorial channel, that's what he showed for the backhand fan. He did both variants. I find that one far easier. Some people find it harder, but yeah, I can't do it on that. Ooh, do I have attack 30 somewhere? I don't fucking know where that is, but I have this. This is like really blade biased, but I can do it a bit easier on this. I'm just shit at that trick, but regardless, this thing is. Fan's really good, but it still has that momentum, you know, that you like. Because that's the thing with blade bias and like handle biased balances and designs is handle bias is really good for these like flowy momentum tricks. You know, you just want to keep it going in one direction or whatever. Blade bias designs are good for these fanning things. Like if you ever flipped a BB barfly, doing choker fans on that is easy as hell because the blade is so heavy. It just does it automatically. But this is a nice little in between with a bit of bias to the handles. I'd say it's a 40-60 in terms of blade to handle. It's pretty good. And also the sound, I really have to attribute a lot of this to this Omni Lube. This shit is slept on. Half of it just leaked out because it always knocks over, and I lost the cap. But this shit's really good. It lasts a decent while. It sounds hella nice. Like, listen to that. That's. Excuse me. It shouldn't sound like that for $72. That's crazy. But yeah, I've probably gone long enough. These are real nice.